Figment.
Yeah, Figment kicked everybody else off the headset.
Hells yeah.
Who's
my
Figment?
Flowrider on.
Who's that guy?
Figment.
He's a dragon from one of the Epcot rides, Journey into the Imagination.
But
He's awesome.
But that hasn't been a ride in decades.
No, it still is.
It still is? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like a second tier, though. He doesn't get as much notoriety as a lot of the other mascots.
Exactly. I was in Florida last week. That's how come we missed.
Yeah.
I actually ran into the president while I was there.
You went to
He was
Mar-a-Lago?
playing golf. Yeah. I asked him, I said, bro, you listen to the podcast? And he said,
fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, it's the stuff he's working on. Fair. I mean, he's not wrong. For one time, he's not wrong.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
I'm sure he's referring to leftists, but yeah, he's definitely not wrong.
No, he was talking about us.
Yeah, he was talking about the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry,
Lou.
Also true. I'll say that's also true, though.
Yeah, when we got off the ship and I saw him, like, the president did not just drop an F-bomb on live TV. And sure enough.
Fine with me. I would wish more presidents to drop F-bomb.
But if Obama did it, you'd lose your shit. You'd be like, nope, impeach him. Worst president ever.
If it was Obama, I'd expect it. He's black. Oh, half anyway.
He was a well-spoken man. He didn't have to use bad words.
Was he a well-spoken man? Well, he is a great stand-up philosopher. I'll give him that.
How was your trip, Jack? How was the time off? Just transition right back to
way.
Yeah. Just like not politics.
Can't you wait until I'm gone on a Sunday again?
No, it's more fun when you're there because you're on the other side, so we get to hear your opinion as well.
He's not allowed to. He lost that right. No, it was cool. We left Friday morning to go to Flowrider in the Orlando zone.
How was the flight? It's a long flight, dude.
Not anymore. It's not.
Compared to my last flight, it wasn't.
Right?
That's fair. That's fair. I guess. Yeah. I guess basing it on the last flight. Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about the J word because
not anymore.
Enough of that. No, just my last flight. No, so it got delayed.
Where was your last flight?
To somewhere.
the Far East.
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
strangely, we flew west for it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Far East is where he just came from.
No, it got delayed an hour, so that kind of sucked. But whatever. When we get to Florida, go to get in line for our rental car, and so we're standing in line, long ass line, and this lady finally gets her car. She comes out. She's like, "I've been in line for 4 hours." I'm like, ain't nobody waiting in line for 4 hours. Goddamn car.
Dude, at National, you just walk up and pick your car and go.
I know.
I said that. Jack's like, not over here.
Not at this one. We went to fucking janky ass Budget, I guess. I guess you get what you pay for.
Budget / dollars / because they're all the same company now.
For real.
So she's like standing in line and she's like, fuck that, I'm signing up for their member program, right? So she stands in line for like an hour-ish, signing up for it, getting it all done. She's like, okay, let's go to the parking garage. We can just pick our car up.
Yeah.
Stood in line for like another half hour. So I guess the problem was they like took all the cars to go get them detailed. And I'm like, you're telling me that you went to go wash a bunch of fucking cars when it's about to rain in 5 minutes in
and a Friday.
Florida.
And a Friday.
Yeah. It's Florida in the summer. The shit's going to get rained on. Guess what happens as soon as you pull out of the fucking parking garage? Rain.
And guess what? There's no more Disney Express no more. Disney cut that shit out.
So we
wait. What does that mean?
You would have liked that. You would have liked that shit.
What's it mean and how's it relevant?
It was a shuttle that goes right from the airport.
Yeah, there used to be a shuttle that you could take right from the airport to, if you were staying on property, there was a shuttle that would take you from the airport to your whatever property you were staying at, and it was free. It was included with the price of your stay. And it was dope as shit because they were the fucking nice ass buses. Like the super tour buses, not like school buses or nothing, like big puffy seats. chargers, the whole 9 yards. So if that was still running, Jack wouldn't have needed a rental car. But now
Nope. I
that
know.
don't exist no more, and you don't want to spend no $250 on a fucking Lyft or Uber to get, because Disney is not close to the airport at all. It's like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, it's a good 40-something minutes. Yeah.
Just jump on
So-
the train. Platform 3.
They don't have a train. That's the
Oh.
other part. They don't have a train.
They don't have that? Where was that where they had the trains?
They're
We
going
just
to.
kept- We just
Somewhere.
kept jumping.
The problem is Florida says, hey, we have trains all over the place. But in the Universal and Disney are like, well, why aren't you putting stops near us? And they're like, well, if you pay for them. And both of them are like, nah, we're good.
Makes sense. If Disney
Like-
wants it to their property, then they
But-
should pay for it.
But again, it's like a trade-off, right? It's like you want people to come to Florida and you want people to ride the train and spend money on the train. And the only places people come to fucking Florida is to go to Disneyland or Universal. You know, it's not like people are going, you've never been to Florida, Lou, or at least willingly gone to Florida. You've done it for Celebration, and then you never went to a Florida
No.
Celebration?
And not going
Wow.
to either. If it's in the summer, I told you. I'm not kidding. If it's in the summer, I'm not going. This is
So
Jack's gonna
Unless
be
it's Empire.
hunting some. Okay, that's true.
Wimpy 2030, losing Florida in
there
June.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah. That is probably the only way it's going to happen. Other
But
than
yeah,
that,
there-
it needs to be before May and after September. Other than that,
You want to talk about the opposite of what we just had on our last trip? That's fucking Florida. The fucking freeways suck. The roads suck. Like the public transportation is fucking ass. And the Disney Express used to make it somewhat tolerable because you knew you would at least get on there, and then when you got off, you were at your resort. There was no fuss. But then they stopped that 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Right, Jack? It was
Something probably
pandemic,
killed,
I think.
COVID probably killed it. I'm like, nah, let's not bring it back yet.
So you got your rental car, and it rained
so
on
we
you.
got the rental car. Did we go? I think we went straight to Park. We went to Hollywood Studios. I think we went straight there. I think. I don't remember. So we get there.
Were you staying on property?
Yeah, we used one of our DVCs. We stayed at Saratoga.
Yeah, Saratoga Springs is nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. So we went to Hollywood Studios because I wanted to get my Loath Cat mug because it's different out there. It's gray instead of brown. And as soon as that shit came out, when we got it out here and I saw that, I'm like, motherfucker, now I gotta go. I had just left Florida that year, and like the mugs came out like a week or two later. I'm like, you sons of bitches.
But they're all that way. They've all been that way, right? Just slightly variations. Or is this the first one that's been?
This is the first one that's like that different. Like ours is brown, theirs is like straight up gray. Like
it is
cement
clearly
color.
different. Yeah, the
Yeah.
picture
Yeah.
you sent us earlier, it is clearly different.
Yeah.
Like by a lot.
So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta go back to Florida. So I did. Right?
Yeah, because you weren't planning on going anyway. Actually, you weren't, were you? Until
No.
it was like, hey, Lou,
No.
do you care if we come by? Nah, come by some other time. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that shit was booked. I didn't even get that sentence out. But no, and it's just cool just seeing like you walk into Galaxy's Edge in Florida, and you're like, this is familiar, but it's different. Like the entrances and exits are different. Some of the decorations are a little different. It seems like they have like more like scrapped, crashed like metal pieces around. But I mean everything else is exactly the same. Oga's is the same, Doc's is the same, Ronto Roasters. But there's slight variations. Like Ronto Roasters closes, which is weird. Right. So if you want a Ronto wrap, like for a late dinner, you have to go into Docking Bay 7 for it. You can still get it. You just got to go to Docking Bay 7 for it.
But the main Ronto wrap area closes at like 9 or something, or 8.
Yeah, like the walk-up counter.
Yeah,
it closes at like 7 or something because the park only stays open till like 9 or 10 at best.
and the fireworks is different, right? There's no firework experience.
No, there's no fireworks. There's no projection. So
because the fireworks are like out over the lake, right? If I remember correctly.
Well, the problem is that the fireworks at Disneyland, just the way it's laid out, they just happen to go over Batuu. But at Disney World, Galaxy's Edge is not even close to Magic Kingdom where the fireworks are. So, yeah, they don't put on a fireworks show at all for Galaxy's Edge. At all. There's no projections like we have. So I'm not saying Disneyland's better, but it kind of is.
As far as Batuu goes.
Yes. Well,
Because Batuu
overall.
East opened after Batuu West, right?
Yes.
I think I remember them talking about that
And
during
then I think
the panel
their
we saw.
Rise opened first, ours opened second. They like traded off. But we also, in West, we get all the characters. They don't get nothing. I think they just barely got Mando and Grogu walking around. They do have more alcohol, though. So I did try the blue milk with the rum in it. I couldn't taste much difference. So, whatever. I would not recommend it.
Versus just without the only difference is the rum?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I could barely even taste the rum, honestly. Maybe I got ripped off. But what was cool
or you would
is...
have gotten ripped up if you would have kept drinking them.
Exactly. So the cool thing is that I've never seen at ours is the stormtroopers actually came into Oga's.
Yeah, that's...
And like started harassing. They started going around the tables, harassing people and shit. So that was kind of cool. But otherwise, I mean, the menu's kind of mostly the same, but also not. The girls get a drink there at ours. It's some kind of like chocolate milk with tea and something. They don't even have it there. It is the weirdest
doesn't make any
thing.
sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any
Right?
sense. You
It's
think the menu
totally
would be
different.
the exact
Yeah.
same.
No,
There's no
it is
reason
totally...
not to. Unless there's something like specific to the region that like the locals know about, you go
your
someplace.
beer maybe, right? Like
Yeah.
different kind of beers
yeah.
could be different, but
Because
I don't know.
you have a named brewery that's like, oh, this brewery is huge in this region.
But the weird thing is, one of their menus fell into my bag.
Craziness.
Just one menu? Dang.
I know, right? Well, actually, this is the old one. One of the new ones that has a loaf cat here fell into my bag too. It was weird.
Those damn menus, man.
Right? They just be falling off tables.
I mean, then you got to carry it around for the rest of the day. Like, come
Right?
on. That's
Well, the
so
good thing is
inconvenient.
we weren't even there the whole time. So we did Galaxy's Edge first, and then we went over to ride the Rock and Roller Coaster, the Aerosmith ride.
Where they close it?
Yeah, they're retheming it to Muppets, so it'll be Electric Mayhem since they closed the
That-
Muppets area over there.
Kind of makes sense.
Right?
Wait, you knew that was called Electric Mayhem, but you couldn't get that banned? With
Look, I
Dr.
was under
Priest?
pressure, okay? It was the stress. I was just asking to verify.
Okay.
I was testing you.
I was gonna say that was so funny. Those first few Muppets questions, dude. I didn't even look them up. I was like, hey, cool. I didn't have to look these ones up. I'm good.
Right.
That must have been a block that I was busy because I don't remember a conversation about the Muppets at all.
Oh, you
No,
could- it was-
because
we're ahead of
we
we're
can
ahead
only
a few
do
days. We're ahead of a few days.
messages. So no, it's a cool as hell roller coaster. It's inside. It does like 3 corkscrews. It's fun as hell. I don't know how that goes with kid-friendly Muppet stuff when they retheme it, but whatever. It's a good ride.
And something crazy with Gonzo or Animal, maybe?
Right? Who knows? Yeah, whatever. We'll be doing some rockin' Muppet songs in there.
You'll figure it out.
Good. Yeah. And then we just did a little bit of shopping and bounced, went to bed because the girls wanted to rope drop Epcot in the morning.
Really?
So we did that.
They wanted to rope drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Epcot is our jam.
Okay.
So it's our favorite out of all the parks there. Mostly because of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. But yeah, no, we rope dropped it and we got like our extra 15, 30 minutes or whatever it is for staying on property. We walked right in. We did a Spaceship Earth. We thanked the Phoenicians. So that was cool. It's a ride that goes through human evolution and communication and everything. And they're like, if you can read, thank the Phoenicians.
Is everything spelled phonetically?
Yes. Phoenicianly. But it's the ride that's inside the giant golf ball. So we did that. We went to the back of the park where Ratatouille and Frozen are. And then we worked our way forward. And we went on Guardians 4 times. So
Good
that was
Lord.
cool.
Is Epcot where Tron is too?
No, that's in the Magic Kingdom. Tomorrowland. Tron's cool as hell. I do like that over there. They have good rides at Magic Kingdom. But if I had to pick a park, it'd be Epcot. Just Ratatouille is really cool. It's super advanced. It's like a 3D ride. 4D actually, because you get squirted with a chili pepper or something. and smells and scents and heat. And then Frozen, it's a good ride. Lou went on it in Japan. It's a little bit different at Epcot, but it's basically the same. And then that's also where they
you have the food and drink of the world at Epcot, so you got that going
I'm
for
about
it
to
too.
ask. Dude, it's so funny, Duke. I was just about to jump in and say, okay, you get all the rides, but what about the food and drinks that happened this day? You're missing out on the good shit.
Okay, look. So there is a thing called drinking around the world. You just stop in every pavilion and you drink. I'm not doing that shit in June when I got swamp ass. I need to be comfortable to drink.
No,
Or be in Olga's. Or be in Olga's. One or the other.
Well, totally fair, but that wasn't what I was talking about. I was just like general, like what'd you have for lunch? What'd you have
Okay,
for dinner?
so
That type
for
of stuff.
lunch, where did we eat lunch that day? There's it's called over where Soren is. There's a restaurant, Garden something. Anyways, most of the restaurants at Disney World are family style buffet, like family style eating.
Isn't it Garden Cafe?
Something like that, yeah. So,
Okay.
and they're all character dining, right? So you sit in this booth. The whole restaurant is rotating around through this. You're above this ride called Living on the Land, Living with the Land. It's a fun ride too.
With the land, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's old. It's old as fuck.
Some
It is,
nature
but it's
shit.
cool
Got
as
it.
hell. It's cool as hell though. You'll watch. We'll take you on it, and you'll be like, "Oh,
It's like it's kind of like a jungle cruise, right? It's a water ride,
Yeah.
right?
yeah."
But
Yeah,
you're
sit
just
in a
going
boat,
real slow, and you're just like,
and they're like, "This is all the cool farming innovations that we use to grow the food that you are eating at Disney World."
I always pictured it as like a mix of like pirates and like the beginning of like the old Jurassic World or Jurassic Park ride
Mhm.
at Universal, where it's like all like everything is like detailed. Like you're going into a room, and the room is actually there's stuff going on in the room. It's not just like pictures or static animatronic type things. It's
Yeah. So that's one of our favorite places to eat there. But I mean, he brings you this big ass skillet. It has roast beef on it and turkey, garlic green beans, mashed potatoes, all kinds of stuff, right? So then he comes back and he's like, "Okay, well, what did you like?" And you're like, "Bring me more meat and more mashed potatoes." And he comes back with another skillet with just that. You eat that? What the fuck
Damn.
else you want? I want more of this. I want more of this. Cool. You eat that. He comes back. What more do you want? And that's how like 90% of the restaurants are at that.
Whoa.
The whole Walt Disney World, they're all like that.
That's
So
crazy.
you go to Hollywood Studios, they have a Toy Story one. It's all barbecue. You can get tore the fuck up on some barbecue.
So all you people that get the meat sweats, I don't get meat sweats, but that's okay.
You don't need to get the meat sweats because it's fucking Florida, and all you do is sweat.
You already have the meat. You walk in with the meat sweats.
Yeah,
you haven't
already
even
walk
eaten
in with the
anything.
meat sweats.
Yeah. You got the meat. You got the meat sweats to go with your swamp asses.
Yeah.
Are all these reservation only, or how does that work?
Nah, bro, we walked right up.
No.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Dude, Florida is just so crazy. I think because they're so big and like more touristy, rather than Disneyland is more locals, right? But this is so touristy, it's easier to get a hotel. It's easier to get reservations. I even got a reservation for Oga's. Like
Well,
a week
Although
before we
they
went.
had 7,000 freaking time slots.
Right. Our Oga's would never,
But
ever have that many reservations.
No.
I always felt that one of them was because Disney World was so spread out. You're only really dealing with like 1/5 of the people.
Exactly. Yeah. You're
Where
not
at
dealing with
Disneyland, you got everybody. The only people
Yeah.
you're competing with at Epcot are people at Epcot.
right.
You know,
and not everybody has park hoppers. So
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Disney, you really got everybody going to either DCA or Disneyland.
yeah, but I mean, otherwise for food there, we went last year was a German buffet restaurant. Like it was more of a traditional buffet where you get up and go get your food, but they had like sausages and sauerkraut and other tons of shit. And the whole time there's like these dudes up on stage, doing like German music and stuff, and we were doing like the Mancho, ziggy zaggy, hoi hoi hoi.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that one was a lot of fun too. Then there's another one over by Frozen. It's a princess buffet. That one I think is also more of a traditional buffet. We haven't done that one for a while though. But yeah, no, that's usually what we eat. But like they're not big on churros and shit out there like Disneyland is.
There's not a lot of carts. I remember
No.
there not being a ton
There's
of carts.
carts in general.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in general. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's less Mexicans in Florida, so I'm guessing
There's
churros.
less in LA now too.
Well, one could hope.
That's all Twitter is. LA's streets are empty. This is what I voted for.
Yep. Honestly, I hope that applies to Washington too. Canadians, Mexicans, Russians, all y'all. If you're not here legally, get gone.
Bye,
Self-deport.
Superman.
There goes half of our
Exactly.
viewing audience.
Superman got a work visa. He fine.
He's got some
All
kind
right.
of fix.
So that was day 2.
yeah.
right?
So yeah,
Or day
So-
1.5.
yeah. So I wanted to get the Epcot popcorn bucket because it looks like the Mickey balloon that they usually have, but it's textured like the Epcot ball and it lights up and shit. Cool as hell.
Yeah, look cool.
But because I'm a professional, I wasn't going to walk around with that shit all day. I was going to wait till the end of the day.
No lockers?
I don't know if they have lockers. I never even looked.
I think they have lockers, but yeah.
I'm sure they do. So it rained, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then it's getting towards the end of the day, and I'm like, okay, cool, let's go get it. No, they closed all their popcorn stands. They never opened up again. It was some straight bullshit. Straight bullshit.
Is it a regular one or is it special edition? Like
I
you
don't
can't.
know
will it be
how
there next
limited
year?
it is. Yeah, I don't know how limited it is or anything, so I don't know. We'll see. It's not like that other Disneyland we went to in the West that had a whole store of them.
Where you could just walk up to a store and pick the one you wanted at your leisure.
Yeah, that would have
And
been
didn't
nice.
have to deal with the popcorn.
forbid.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't remember. Did you get?
They did give her popcorn. I remember
Okay,
eating it out of that thing.
I'm all
Yeah.
like, I can't remember if there
It
was
was like
popcorn.
some kind of Fruity Pebbles popcorn or something.
Yeah, because I was like, nobody cared. They just wanted the damn bucket.
Right?
But
I don't want grease all over my bucket.
You know what? You're right.
Right.
Little one had some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then we went to bed. We got up the next morning.
So now we're on Sunday.
Monday.
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 No, because you flew out Friday. You did Epcot on
Right.
Saturday, so now we're getting to Sunday.
Yeah, you only gave us a day and a half so far. You gave us
Interesting.
landing with the car situation, and now day
Right.
2.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did we?
So what's Sunday then?
What was Sunday? I could have swore our cruise didn't leave until Monday. Let me see.
Probably not. I'm guessing the cruise didn't leave till Monday because most of them are Monday or
I
Friday.
agree. You better go back and look at your text. See what you said.
Right? Oh, no, everything goes forward a day. We left Saturday morning.
Oh,
And then
okay.
Sunday all day there.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
forgot what days off I have. Okay. No, so then Monday we got up, drove out to Cape Canaveral,
Ooh,
almost stopped at NASA.
I was gonna say
That's all.
spaceships.
That was so much fun. I want to go back there.
Canaveral?
Yeah, we spent a whole day there. I just still don't think we saw everything. So cool. Got on the ship.
What time?
Our port arrival time was like 12:45 or something.
Okay.
Because when you sign up
Hey.
for the cruise, they tell you when you can, because so everybody didn't just crowd and jump on at
Yeah,
once.
yeah. You have a time frame.
Like concierge gets on first, and then like Pearl members, the people that have sailed with them a bunch. I think it's like 50 cruises or some shit.
Damn.
Rich bastards.
Where's the car at this?
We just parked it for the week, a couple days. Because if you know my wife, she's a control freak. She has to rent a car. She has to be in control of
Yeah,
transportation.
I said you either sent it back, and we're gonna wing it the last day. I was like, no, that's not her.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
you paid for a
Yeah.
whole week for the car to just sit there.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, well, 4 days.
Yeah.
4 days of just sitting there. Yeah.
What type of room did you guys have?
Oh, you know what? I meant to ask that last year. I'm glad you brought it up.
So we were at Saratoga. We had
On the
it was a
boat.
1-bedroom. Oh, on the boat, on the ship.
Yeah, on the
just
boat.
a regular standard veranda.
So you
we
had
actually,
you had a little patio and stuff too.
yeah.
I was like,
And
which
we
means
were
what?
we were forward, so our like almost to where the ship starts curving. So we actually had a larger veranda than we've ever had before. So that was kind of cool.
Little porch, little patio.
So
Yeah,
you
it's a
have
balcony.
okay. So you have a balcony then.
Yeah. But it's a veranda.
I want to. I don't know if I want a balcony yet, but my first time, I want the one where the window is like on the level of the water. I want one.
That's where the crew stays live.
Aw, The videos I'm showing, there's some where you can have rooms where
You
you're
could,
like,
if you're down below, if you're below the
water line.
not the water line, yeah,
or
the
I
water line.
want to be at the water line. 'Cause the videos that I saw were the lady all the videos that I watched of hers, she did one where she usually has a balcony, but she did one where like the level of the
Yeah, you just
water.
have a porthole.
That
Yeah,
thing,
you just
I
have
was
a
like,
portal.
ooh, that looks cool. I want to try that. I mean, I have to
But
get a
if you're-
part-time job in the summer just so I can get.
If you're, I would my only thing about that would be if you're not sure how you're going to handle being on a cruise, having the ability to open the door and get fresh air if you need it is a good thing. So if you're stuck below with the portal that doesn't open and you like get
It opens once.
little you get a little get a little seasickness. You so Lou, I don't know how you are on boats, but
He
Me
doesn't
neither.
know either.
Yeah, that's
right.
the thing.
So
Me neither.
I would suggest getting a veranda or I don't think being trapped in a room, especially because there are people that I've been with. There are people that I've been with that they start getting seasick and it's like, nope,
I don't
you need to be
know.
going outside right now.
It's like you ain't seen my apartment. I have two windows in my apartment, and both of them have blackout curtains on, so I don't want the sun to come through, and one door. So I may just get an interior cabin then with no windows, and I'd be like, I feel like I'm at home.
They'll give you a virtual porthole,
Why would I want that?
so you can pretend to see the ocean.
Can I put a blackout curtain on it?
Probably turn it off.
That'd be funny if he couldn't.
But the veranda does have blackout curtains, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I'm just again, I don't know. So it could be fine. It could be horrible.
Yeah.
That's why I want to do that Alaskan 3-day cruise to find out.
But no, it's just like I don't know. I guess it's a standard room. It's like a queen bed. Then there's a curtain. There's a couch. The room attendant comes in. She folds the couch out, pulls a bunk bed from the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can
There's
have
like
like
a
5
big-ass
people
desk.
in there, right?
I hope it has
Something like that, yeah.
Because there'll be
guardrail.
two people in the queen bed, 2
does.
people in the pull out, and then a bunk bed for the.
Yeah.
Fifth person.
Yeah.
Man, that's got to get hot.
Nah, as soon as we come in there, we turn the air conditioner all the way down to 0 or whatever the fuck it is.
Nice.
Because it's also Florida.
Do you do like the wall magnets and shit to hang shit up? The hooks?
Yes. There's magnets like super strong. You can put them on the ceiling. You can hang your lounge flies from it and shit. It actually
And then
works
you get
out
the
really
shoe.
well.
You get the shoe.
Just a bunch
For
of
all
shit
the
that
bathroom
I've been
stuff.
watching
Yeah.
these videos for the last 2
Yeah.
years. I was like, ooh, I wonder if they get this stuff too.
But at least with Disney, they provide the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. You just need to bring your poofy with you.
That's easy.
Your poofy and your toothbrush.
No, you know what,
And
bro?
toothpaste.
What I want more of is at the last Disney hotel that I stayed at. I can't remember where it was, but that one, they had these like sponge bath wash.
Dude, those things are badass.
Bruh, I want a case of those, Mo. I still have 4 that
It was
are
like a magic eraser.
It was. I got 4. I'm like rationing these things out. I was like, I can't. I got to save it for your rainy day.
You say magic eraser, and the only thing in my head is Lou is in the shower, like, nope. Then he's like calling Jack, "Hey, this shit ain't working."
Is yours working? Is yours? I think my bag was faulty. But yeah, those things.
And you still took 4 of them.
I did.
Just in case.
That thing was comfy. I was like, oh, it feels so good.
That thing was nice. I did
it was
like
soft and did the job. Oh man, I got to figure out where I can buy those. Amazon, I'm sure.
Temu.
So first night, like Disney ships, you go on them. They ask you your name. They're like, Disney Wish welcomes the Tesh family. And everybody cheers. And Rapunzel's up on the balcony waving at me.
They go through everybody's name?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't there like
they got
3,000
like 3
people?
stations. They got like 3 stations doing it. So like they're alternating. It goes by quick.
3,000 people goes by quick.
Louis Moses on his first cruise. Welcome. Woo! And then all the crew are like waving and cheering and everything.
But they do it by family, okay? So like these motherfuckers are getting on. There was one, like an Indian family, dude. There were like 50 of them, and they all took pictures on the stairs. I'm like, bro, you guys are blocking a whole staircase. Cinderella's gonna get mad at you.
Somebody can't. Hey, y'all need to get going.
Cinderella's gonna get mad.
It's a staircase. Come on,
yeah.
man.
She's right next to the statue on
You know,
Rapunzel's like whipping her hair, like, let's go,
No,
move it
Cinderella.
along, move it along.
So all of
you associate Cinderella with the staircase. Come on now.
well, and
Just
because
put the pieces.
all the
He
Disney
just-
ships have a statue in the main hallway. This one actually has Cinderella in it. She's standing right next to the staircase. But they
I
all have a
was
different
saying, I was
That
sticker.
just
makes
saying because Jack said Rapunzel was the one that was greeting everybody.
She was, but she was up on this
But she
balcony.
was up
I
top,
think
with
her
hair
and
all
Flynn were
hanging
up
down
there.
and
But she
shit.
could
Yeah.
whip her hair, and be like, let's move it
Right.
along, move.
Crack that.
Let's go,
shit,
let's go,
for
people.
real. Like,
And
let's
so your
go.
luggage doesn't show up until like 1:32-ish that you're even allowed to go
But
to
you
your
can
room.
drop off your carry-ons. I know that.
Yes.
They make you drop all your stuff off.
No,
You
they
can't,
don't.
yeah.
make you.
you can't take
You have
your
to
stuff
drop
around.
your luggage.
You
can
have
only
to
bring your
you,
carry-on. Yeah.
you tag everything. And the only thing,
No. You can take your carry-on, and you're allowed to take it to your room.
but I'm saying the
I'm
rest
saying
of
you're
your
not
luggage.
you're not required to take it to your room,
Right.
but you can.
I ain't about
Just
that.
get out.
Rocking
I
around
watch
with,
enough videos. I know YouTube ain't been wrong on me. We're on YouTube, so I
ain't-
know YouTube is right.
This is true.
Yeah, right, with 0 views. Yes, it is exactly right. The algorithm works.
Also true.
Oh, yeah, we tried to find lunch because the only time you can get it's like a southern sandwich called a muffaletta sandwich. Delicious. The only time you can get it is on embarkation day. And so we went to the restaurant. They're like, nah, son, it's full. You got to go to the buffet. I'm like, I don't want to go to the goddamn buffet. I want this muffaletta sandwich. So, wife said we're never getting that late of a port arrival time again, so that we can get our sandwiches.
That sandwich looks weird.
You only got
It's
48.
delicious, though.
You only got 48 more cruises to go on before you are a Pearl member, though. So
She will pay for concierge.
I was gonna say. I was like, come on now.
Because we did concierge on the last cruise. That shit was legit. You had like your own lounge, free drinks, everything.
The drink package was included with concierge.
That's the
How
only
much-
way you get a drink package on the Disney ship.
but you also paying. There's a
Yeah.
pay, like it's
How
not like
much-
$15.
Yeah,
How much you talking?
I don't know. I have a travel agent.
Yeah, your wife.
Yeah, I don't
Hey,
ask
hang
her
on.
how much the shit costs.
All right, hang on.
I just show up and eat.
That's what I'm saying. I
Um,
got to figure out what my budget needs to be for this winter or spring cruise.
I'm just saying it'll probably be spring break. They're already planning the shit.
I actually don't have a 2026.
The cost of concierge service on a Disney cruise varies depending on the type of stateroom or suite. For example, a typical 7-night cruise will cost around $2,500 per person for a deluxe veranda stateroom, and $5,000 per person for a similar room with concierge.
So an extra $2,500 just for that? That
Yep.
seems a lot.
So you get that, but then they also seat you first for all the shows. You get a special entrance, and they like escort you to all the Broadway shows. You get free popcorn with it. Again, you can go to the concierge lounge 24/7. They got drinks, alcohol, soda, water, snacks.
Yeah,
you
but
can
we're
get your
talking-
$2,500.
I was gonna say that's extra $2,500. I mean, does it come with a crew member blowing you at least?
No, they're not that cute. At least not the ones that we had for concierge.
Look, I'll close my eyes. It'll be fine.
You can borrow my VR headset.
See, there you go. Oh my God,
Darth
Emily
Vader, what's Darth Vader doing here?
Nah.
Shit.
Emily
Never mind,
Blunt.
it's Lou.
Emily Blunt
Never
about to
mind,
get it
never
on.
mind, it's Lou. He's like, yeah, force choke that. Oh yeah, force choke it. Oh yeah.
Made me breathe heavy.
So you know
I'm gonna make you swallow your ambitions.
you got to do your muster drill and all that shit. You got to go to your
Yeah,
muster
learn
station
all
so
the
you know where to go.
safety shit.
Yeah, where you're supposed to meet so they can throw you off the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, throw you off the ship into the lifeboat. And they make sure to mention in the unlikely event that we have to abandon ship.
Like a unlikely event of a water landing, flying over the
Yeah.
desert, but
Yeah.
whatever.
It's unlikely. So we did that, and then they do the sail away party. Everybody goes up on deck, big old party, waving to all the poors that can't afford a Disney cruise
Or the concierge.
or the concierge people.
Yeah, the concierge people are above you, waving at you while you're
waving
waving
at you
the
at the
pores.
other pores.
While they're waving at
the higher level pores.
It's cascade. It's a level. It's a cascading level of pores.
$5,000 per person.
Yep. And I think your whole room has to do it. You can't just do it on your own because there's so much more stuff you get as part of your room that they wouldn't be able to like do it for like.
I will say,
if me and you travel
reason-
together, we'd both have to get it, or neither of us would get it. It's not a case of like one person can get it.
All right, I will tell you the only reason that we did do that on the last one was because we had the credits from the one that got canceled because the ship wasn't ready.
Oh yeah.
So we had credits and all this shit. So don't think we're rich.
But now,
No, don't apologize. Don't have these ways. Hell no.
Yeah.
If you're able to roll that way, fucking roll that way.
yeah.
It's like look, you're allowed to wave at me while I'm down below y'all. While I'm waving at the people down below me, so it's okay. I mean, the people below me will be the crew. But that's okay. I'll wave at them anyway.
Yeah. All you hear is Jack going, "Lou, is that your bald spot? Lou, you got a bald spot. I didn't know you had a bald spot."
Right there. So, yeah, you see it.
Make sure you put some sunscreen on that bitch.
Ain't the first time you see that.
Battery. It's a solar charger for a sex machine.
Hell yeah.
Put that poor ass sunscreen on your poor ass head.
Shit, I don't even know what we did after that. The first night, so you do rotational dining.
Have to?
But you don't have to. You don't have to. But you can't just choose what restaurant you want to eat in. But back it up a little bit. We usually do the second dinner, which is like 8:15ish. So we go to the first show, the first Broadway show they put on. It's like at 6 or something. So that one it's only on the Wish. It's Goofy as being the captain of the ship. Minnie had to go do something. Tinkerbell does some magic. He goes through all these other dance numbers and all these other Disney characters come out and everybody sings. It's a good time. So we did that and then we went to dinner. Our first dinner was Arendelle. So the theme of that one is Anna and Kristoff's engagement. Yes.
Frozen. So it's all Frozen themed, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Frozen restaurant. You go to, as you're walking through the hall, all the paintings are there, the statue's there, the clock is there.
Joan of Arc.
Yeah.
Wait,
she's there.
so you could have ditched that once the buffet though, right? You could have.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, just
but
it's an option.
You don't want to because even though it's a sit-down restaurant, you can still order as much as you want. They got filet mignon in there. You tell that bro, say, "Hey, son, I want 3 of them bitches." Cool. Here you go. I want one of everything. Done. You can still get as much as you want at these prices. And it's obviously going to be better quality than just going to the buffet.
And you get the show.
What do you mean? What do you mean at these prices? It's not included with the.
No, at these places, not prices.
Oh.
Well, and sometimes they have stuff special for that
theme
dinner,
or whatever.
Right? There's like a theme.
Yeah, because this was like Norwegian kind of themed food, so there were like
sense.
Swedish meatballs and noodles and shit. And
give me that IKEA. Give me that IKEA shit.
Yeah. IKEA on a boat. IKEA on a boat.
But then, like, Olaf comes by, and Kristoff, and Anna, and Elsa, they all come by. You can take pictures with them and shit. It was pretty good. Oaken traded in his trading post, and now he's a party planner. So he comes out, woohoo!
Is this the one where you said where he was singing "Let It Go"?
Yeah, he was singing "Let It Go." It was hilarious. But then Elsa comes out and corrects him, so it was worth it. And then after that, you just kind of hang out and party. We went to the Hyperspace Lounge. I got this Mustafarian drink.
Is that the one that's over 21 after certain hours?
Yeah. But it wasn't at the time, so we brought our oldest. Little one straight ditched us for the kids club. It's her last year.
But that's
before
what
she
you
ages
want,
out.
Right? That's
yeah,
what you want.
Bye. We know where she's at.
Yeah,
right?
We'll see you in 3
days.
days.
She's having fun. And no, seriously, we didn't see her. We saw her for the shows and for dinner. That was it.
Wait, so how do they handle like "Don't Steal My Kid"? Like how do you know?
Well, you have to check them out yourself, and they all have magic bands.
Check them in, check them out, type thing.
And they have magic bands.
Okay,
and then secret words and all kinds of stuff.
They have like 3 or 4 different types of environments for the kids, right? Like they
Yeah,
basically
so-
from like 18 on down, they have like different.
Yeah, there's different levels of clubs.
So if you want to go to if you and the wife want to go to a hyperspace lounge, you can just be like, boom, over there, go to that one, because there's one that's set up for like 16 to 18 and one that's set up for like 12 to 14. Like so.
That was my next question. Is like she's aged out of this one, but she can still go to a different one.
So there'll be another one
that's more grown up or has more.
Unless you go again before her birthday,
which is possible. Who knows?
Yeah,
these women is crazy.
When spring break is.
Yeah. These women is crazy. But I just go with them. So we went to the hyperspace lounge.
Did you? But you didn't get the $3,000 Richie Rich.
No, it was there though. It was the Kyber crystal. It comes with a tour of Skywalker Ranch, Lucasfilm.
They dropped the price down to $3.
Something like that.
It used to be $5 or $7 or something.
I don't remember if I screenshotted it because you can't access the menu once you're not there anymore. No, I don't have it. But it's cool. They have these guns that make smoke bubbles. That was kind of cool. The girls ordered these things called Cloud Cities or something, and they came by and it's like this gun. It makes a smoke bubble, and then it can fly around. And you pop it, and then smoke comes out. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Though you're right, it's still $5,000. It comes with the Cam 2 device. It opens up. I think you get the Cam 2 device, right?
Yeah, you get to keep it. Yeah, we can just go to Disneyland and buy it.
And then you get a trip to Skywalker Ranch. And it has like a drink and stuff like that in it, like a special.
Yeah, it's some expensive ass scotch or whiskey or something.
Probably scotch if it's expensive.
But you do that so you get the trip to Skywalker Ranch,
right? Yeah. And then I think
your Mustafarian drink was good.
Yeah, it was like rum chata and something, whatever. I could have drank like 20
some
of them.
Cinnamon flavored for the spice.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
All right, cool.
And it's cool because in the back they have different like spaceship scenes. Like you go to hyperspace every few minutes, and you go to different planets. So that's kind of cool. And I think we saw Mustafar, Coruscant, Batuu, Endor, something. But it was cool as heck. I could sit in there for hours if there were cool people with me.
I think he means us, Lou.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And then I think Star Wars trivia was that night.
Hey, real quick, if the three of us are hanging out at the lounge all day and all night, how long before we finally just break and say, okay, fine, let's just get the drink?
0 chance.
Fine, you're not going to Skywalker Ranch then.
You know why Lou has that bald spot on the back of his head? It's for his yarmulke.
Because all of a sudden he becomes cheap as fuck.
If you're gonna tell me $5,000 gets you 3 tickets, we can talk. But my understanding is $5,000 gets you 1.
Yep,
I think it's 2.
That's true.
I think it's 2. So, anyways, right outside they have it's called the Bayou. It's like a little lounge, like a piano bar lounge kind of area.
Moses is a Jewish name, just saying.
It's the Jewish name.
Yeah, the. All right, so the Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, so I'm walking around. I'm like, I need a seat, right? Like a seat at a table. Everybody's like, no, we got people. I'm like, well, fuck you guys then. I'm going to win this shit and piss you off. So I just go over to the corner, standing. And then this dude's like, no, you can come sit with us. I'm like, okay, cool. You guys, we'll team up.
Were you wearing a Star Wars Roosevelt shirt?
No.
Okay.
No. You were undercover. People didn't even know.
No, they didn't know what they were about to get into.
They did not.
No. You're like, just give me the fucking badges now.
This
just
is
give me
only
the fucking medal.
Number 1 of 3.
Yeah, so we teamed up.
But did you need to team up?
It helped because the second
Mr. Fucking I don't know what an AT-AT is. Jesus
I thought it was assault,
really?
Not armored.
Wow.
I held my tongue when he told me that, because again, I'm a lot of tech with him because we have iMessaging.
Yeah.
So he was texting me. I saw that and I was like, delete. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go. It's okay.
You're not gonna ruin your boy's cruise.
It's like he got me 2 love cats. I'm gonna leave him alone.
Yeah.
So it ended in like a three-way tie or
Three-way
something.
tie, yeah.
So the tiebreaker was how long in minutes would it take to watch the original trilogy?
Stop, Duke. When he gave me that question, I was like, I know how long Empire is, I know how long Jedi is, within a minute, but I wasn't sure original. So I was like, okay, it's gotta be. I'm thinking to myself like 3. I think I had. Go ahead. What was your guess?
I was gonna say like 335.
Okay, I had 375, 374. I think I was at. No, 375, because they're all at least 120 minutes, right? So you got to start.
Yeah,
at
they're all 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to start at least 360.
Okay.
So 333, and it was like, so I know Empire's 204. I know Jedi's 210 or 211, and New Hope I think is 201 to 205.
I was gonna say New Hope was shorter. That was in my
Yeah,
head. That was
New
my
Hope-
mentality.
New Hope.
Was that New Hope? A New Hope was low. Was going to drop that lower because the other two were longer. That was in my head.
That makes sense. Like I said, I knew that one shorter. I know Empire's 204, and I know Jedi's 210 or 211.
So we went with like 395. The other guy guessed 315, and it was 370. I thought it was Price is Right rules. I'm like, shit, we lost. So
We went
like,
over,
nope,
yeah.
you weren't over, but you were still the closest. So
What was
we
it?
won.
You said there were 3-way tie, right? What did the other person
I
get?
thought it was, but maybe it was just a 2-way.
Maybe just 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So got
yeah.
your first quiz badge
No,
on the cruise.
3-way tie was the next one, right? Because you
Yeah,
all
the next
won.
one was
Because
3-way.
you all won. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't there another quiz before this or just after it that you did too?
Let's see. Yeah,
Or
there
was that the
was
first
one. Let me see. Blah blah
Assault.
blah.
Jesus
Here all
Christ.
week. I know, right?
Fucking embarrassing.
It really is.
We can't even call ourselves a Star Wars. We don't call ourselves a Star Wars podcast.
We don't. But now we definitely can't.
We don't want to
because I
pigeon. We
did
don't want
another
to
trivia and I lost by 5. I don't remember which one it was though.
Okay, all right.
Maybe just like general Disney
General
trivia
Disney
or something.
stuff. Yeah, we did a
Then
bunch
there
of
was
those.
then oldest didn't. Oh, that was the next day.
Yeah.
All right. So that's you're in the evening now, right?
Yes.
There was
the first night.
Haunted Mansion one. That was the next. Day.
Yeah. So I think we went to bed. We got up. And again, it was. Oh no, I got up early because they were doing lightsaber pictures at the Hyperspace Lounge. So I'm like, yeah, wife paid for the picture package, so I'm gonna get our money's worth out of it. So that pays for every picture that you take, right? They scan your magic band or they ask you your room number, and it pays for every picture. You can download it after the show.
Do you have to pay that 4 times?
No, it's just per room. But yeah, like they'll come by at dinner and take pictures of you and everything.
You sent that one.
you take pictures
sent
with.
that one. You sent that one picture over.
Yeah,
with your goofy ass.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a pirate. Thank you.
Was that a digital pirate hat, or did you get to keep it?
No, it was Little One's menu for the night, pirate night.
No
turned into
way.
a pirate hat. Yeah,
And she wasn't even
That's
there. Like she
cool.
wasn't even there. She like dipped. Is that?
No,
she wasn't in
gave
the.
it
She
to me.
wasn't in the picture.
She was.
Where?
Was she
I
not?
only saw the oldest in you two.
No, that was the little one, bro.
Where?
Now got me looking up.
Now I gotta look.
Yeah, I'm looking it up
I'm
too.
pretty sure because oldest didn't take pictures.
No, the old. Oh no,
You're right.
The oldest.
Right.
Is,
It's just the 3 of you.
the 3 of you.
Because
Okay,
I asked about that shirt. I asked about the shirt that she was wearing.
Yeah. I had wrong kid.
Yeah, no. So oldest and I took
Hold on.
lightsaber
It's only been like 8 years. Leave me alone.
You got
right?
me zooming in now. Like that's a menu.
Yeah, on the inside.
That's super cool.
Yeah, on the inside it's a menu. It folds open, and then like top of the pirate hat, bottom of the pirate hat. But there's a slit in the middle, so you can put it on the head.
It's like this guy can't even recognize. It's like, didn't you see him at the? Where was that last place we're at? Where you saw them?
I don't even know.
Me
What?
neither. I'm not talking about it.
Yeah, not talking about nothing. All right. So, but you're jumping ahead. You had the whole day, so you got up to get your lightsaber picture that you didn't send us.
Got up to get lightsaber pictures. I can't send pictures off of the ship, but I guess I could send them. I didn't download them yet until recently.
Were they on the? Oh, wait, he doesn't have his.
So we went and they provided lightsabers.
Well, that's what
which
I
was
kind
cool.
of assume that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be weird to like. I mean, you must be super dedicated if you're bringing.
If you
Yeah, I
brought
got.
one
I made.
with you on the
I made a
boat.
Savi's lightsaber. I'm gonna bring it on the cruise. I mean, I
Right.
guess that's possible though.
It is possible. So they just had Ahsoka's lightsabers, which was kind of cool. And now I might actually buy them because you can change them between the blue and the green. I was like, oh, I didn't know they did that.
And white, because didn't she have 3 colors? I saw something
Not,
pop up.
not
on one of
these
my...
hilts.
Dude,
Not
that
these
first
hilts.
that first one with the 2 of you, that's a great ass pick.
But yeah, no, these are her Clone Wars hilts. So
Okay.
it's blue after Anakin gets a hold of them, green before. So that was cool as heck. I was glad she did that with me, actually, because you know how she is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It never
Right?
happens, and then you have a great looking pic of it happening.
Right?
When it does happen, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, that looks fantastic.
You do love
Yeah.
me.
Right?
You do have fun with me.
You still love your daddy? So happy.
That text message. Yep, my dad's phone's dead.
Yep.
Oh, that was so good. Dude, both of those pictures of you two. Holy shit.
Right? That was fun. And then so it was a sea day, so we were on the ship all day.
Yeah. Haunted Mansion quiz.
Yeah, so it was Haunted Mansion trivia. We almost won that, except she put false when it should have been true, asking if the names on the tombstones in front of Haunted Mansion were Imagineers. They are, in case anybody asks.
Now you know.
Now
And then you went to
next
Muppets, right?
time. And then I don't know if that was that day or
The day after or whatever.
Yeah, it all blends together after so long.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the show that day? The show that day was not Aladdin. So what was the other one? Dang. The Little Mermaid. And they even used a black girl to play Ariel.
I would have walked out.
Lou sitting here trying to flip the table over, but it's like attached to the floor. He's like, motherfucker. What the...
Yep. I'm like, okay, let's see how this plays out. And then
Look, her dad was
Ariel would
black
have walked
too.
out.
Her dad was black too, so it works out. He wasn't Mexican like in the actual movie.
She walks out. All of a sudden, you just hear, "Boo! Boo!" The only time somebody's ever gotten fucking booed on a Disney cruise, and it's fucking Lou.
The one black guy on the ship. Nope.
But now you know,
again,
Lou. When that show
Lou,
comes on, you got to go find something else to do.
But she wasn't black last time we were on the ship, so it must depend on the cast that they have, right?
Roll the dice, man. Roll the dice.
Yeah.
I would have made a scene. I would have just sat in the back just in case, and on the aisle, so I can just. It's like, what happened? Oh, my stomach hurt. It's like, is everything okay? He's like, yeah, this just made me sick. Is all. That's all.
Sir, do we have to turn this cruise around? No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
Nah, y'all go ahead. Why don't y'all send the white Ariel to my room?
Black Ariel shows up.
Look,
no,
man.
I can't remember.
I would have forgotten to get on the boat at the next stop. I'm like,
I can't remember if Ariel was
stuck
doing
on fucking
pictures
Disney Island
around the ship and which Ariel it was. That'd be interesting because I think that they use different people. I think the people that are doing the characters outside, and then the Broadway crew is like their own crew. So I'm not sure.
That's my understanding. There's interaction ones, and I
that
think
would make sense.
That
would make sense.
There's interaction ones because they could get a lot more of those
different
than
staff,
people who are because you're not asking Ariel
responses.
You're not asking Ariel who's standing, out on the deck to take pictures to sing songs and shit. Where the one that you actually have in the show is probably a different. Yeah,
I can see that. And then dinner that night. Was a restaurant called 1923. So it's based on like Disney's beginnings and everything. So the restaurant, it's fancier. A lot of people dress up for it because they're weird. Everybody else.
And this is still included in the price? Dang.
So it's like a fancy old style like steakhouse kind of place. But throughout is like old like drawings and sketches of like Moana and Pinocchio and Princess and the Frog and all this shit. It's really cool from like a art standpoint.
So your oldest dug it then.
Yeah.
That was my first thought too. I was like, I know somebody who would have liked that.
Yeah.
How they do Princess and the Frog 1923?
It's just like the beginning of Disney. So like they still had like Moana, but they also had like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and
kind of like the history of it,
Exactly.
kind of moving. Okay.
Much to the
That
oldest
sounds
one's
cool.
displeasure, no Aristocats, but whatever.
Mm.
We were sat in the Pinocchio area, so we had like all those Pinocchio art and stuff around us. It was kind of cool.
Tell a lie, tell the truth, tell a lie, tell the truth.
But again, I mean, the food's great. You can have steak every night, or seafood, salads, soups, appetizers, all kinds of good shit.
If you're on a boat, if I can't get seafood, I'm gonna be mad.
Right? Go out there and catch it.
Right? For real. Pick up the net.
How about
find
you go?
something from the net.
How about you go out and catch it, you poor?
Lou's just gonna go open up his porthole that's below seawater.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna see something going by. and it's just like, open the door real quick.
Yeah. I'd like to see you open that door and then close it back up, Lou. Good luck with that.
It's not hard. What is it? Just ocean water pressure? That's nothing.
Yeah, whatever.
You underestimate my power.
Next thing is Lou's Titanicing and just laying in the bed waiting for the water to engulf him.
Right. And then, yeah. I mean, like, there's minor trivias that we're doing. We didn't win any of them. Close, but not me. And we took a couple pictures. They had like a life rescue thing, the ring they threw in the water, but it had like two little ones on it for like Mickey head and stuff. And in the middle of the big one, they had Rapunzel, because Rapunzel's on the back of the ship, painting the name on the back of the ship. All the Disney ships on the back, the bow,
stern, aft.
They have so they have somebody painting on the ship. So this one has Rapunzel back there painting the name of the ship on there. So she's on a bunch of like the marketing for it. Whereas like
I think
the
I
Wonder,
sent you guys a picture of that when I was on my cruise.
Yeah. So like the Wonder that we've gone on a couple times has a Donald and his nephews on it. The Magic we were on
Dewey,
last
and Louie.
year. Yeah, the Magic we were on last year has Goofy on it.
I think I was thinking Goofy was on one of them. So,
and then one of the new ones has Spider-Man on the back fighting spider bots, because the spider bots are painting the name, but Spider-Man's trying to stop them for some reason. It's kind of a dick, but it's kind of cool. And then that might have been our shopping night too. Wife spent like $400 in Pandora. God damn, woman.
It makes it easy when you buy shit.
This is true. Like my popcorn bucket I missed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bitter though, folks.
Not
he's not bitter.
Not at all. If we have any Florida listeners, send it to your boy.
We need to get a PO box.
Was Nassau in the Bahamas. Zero interest in getting off. Whatever, right? So that morning we also had, aside from your rotational dining and the buffet and stuff, they do have a couple of fancy restaurants that do cost extra. So the one they have on all the Disney ships is Palo. It's like Italian inspired.
It's supposed to be really good.
So good. So we usually do a brunch. Again, it's all you can eat still, right? Like if you want one of everything, he will bring you one of everything. The weirdest thing, but it's also very delicious, celery soup. You wouldn't think it's good, but it's kind of good.
Exceeds your expectations.
Yeah. You're like, there's no way this is good, but you try and you're like, all right. It doesn't taste like grass. And it's not getting caught in between my teeth.
Oh, so it's not matcha.
No, it's not matcha at all. But it was cool because we were sitting near a window so we could see everybody getting off at the port and stuff. Like they have this big welcome center and like the screen playing.
Wait, let me back up. You did not get off the boat?
No.
All that shit you're giving me about it, and your ass didn't get off the boat.
What the fuck am I going to do in the Bahamas?
Man, I don't know, Bahama stuff. Find yourself a Bahama mama.
Get robbed?
That too.
They got pirates there.
Actual pirates.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I told you not to get kidnapped by pirates before you got on the boat. So
yeah,
that's I own that. My bad.
And there were two carnival ships there, so we were waving at the poors like, "Hi, hey, can you guys start a fight like they do on YouTube on all the carnival ships?"
Dude, for real. Where the black people at? Just look for the group of black people and wait for the fight to happen. Somebody took somebody's chair. That's all it's gonna take.
Yep. Or somebody threw a chair.
Yeah. Somebody threw a chair because they took somebody else's chair.
Yep.
You guys weren't.
You want this chair back? Here.
You guys weren't on the Dream, right?
No, Wish.
No, we were on the Wish.
Okay. Because a kid
Yeah,
fell
the
off
Dream's
the
not
dream.
the one that. Yeah, I just saw that. That kid fell off, and then his dad jumped in after him.
Did they both die?
No, they saved him. That's what the oldest has. She's like, did they survive? I'm like, it says they rescued them. She's like, they could have rescued the bodies. I'm like, no, they would say
Wow.
recovered.
You
Wow.
recover a body. You don't rescue a body.
So that might
That's
have
too
been
bad. No lessons learned.
right. I don't know. That shit was probably cold. They probably got yelled at and scolded.
And it ain't nothing.
Who knows? Maybe they get
You
banned
know
for
me,
life.
I'm about punishment. I'm about capital punishment for everything. But whatever. Instead, we live in this society.
That might have been Star Wars Trivia Day because it wasn't on Beach Day. So this must have
Three-way
been
tie. Yeah, so this is
Star
three-way
Wars
tie
Trivia
day.
Day
Your
number
second.
2. Yeah.
Your second
Yes,
chance to
so
be
then-
a number 1.
Yeah. So this was a 3-way tie. What the hell is the tiebreaker?
What was the trip? Yeah, what was the tiebreaker? I don't even think I asked you that.
What was the tie?
Was there a question that stumped you at all? Like you had
On
to
this
actually
one,
think
no.
about? Yeah.
No.
Okay, this was
On
pretty
this
easy.
one, no. This one was super easy. What was
Did you have a group or you fly solo on it?
No, I found another dude. He hung out with me, and I actually did the advance with him too. So we hung
Okay,
out
that
a
was
lot.
the guy from the first one.
No, homeboy, I never saw him again. Dude might have
Wow.
fell off the ship.
Dang.
I never saw him again.
Because he was supposed to do
He
the
was supposed to
third
come and hang
one,
out with the advanced
advanced
with us.
one.
Yeah.
After the guy he met in the first.
Yeah, but he never showed up again.
I just assumed that's what was the case. I presume that.
No, I got a new
so
trivia,
So
buddy.
you cleaned up.
You
You
don't,
cleaned
you
up.
don't
with
remember
the first
you don't remember the tiebreaker
Yeah,
was?
I cannot remember what the tiebreaker was on that
one.
one.
Man, you're getting old.
I know.
Memories first to go.
Dude, look, cruise memory is weird. It all blends together, and you forget everything except
need
for
a
how
journal.
happy you are.
Where's your journal?
Right?
Yeah. We need to start. Yeah, we need to buy you a Disney journal so when you go and do
Right.
the shit, you can write it
Right.
down.
I just write it all down. Live blogging. I'll pay for the internet package next time and just Instagram it all.
And then you write it off for your taxes.
Yeah. Work.
Business expense.
Businesses. Yeah.
But yeah,
so
I
then
think
you did the advanced after, or was that the
Next day.
Yeah, the advance was on the last day, I think. Yeah, I think it was in the afternoon after, because then the third day on the
Third
ship
full
was
day.
it was the beach day. So we got up early. We went out to the beach. I went in the water for a little bit, but then everybody ditched me. So I was like, "Well, fuck you guys." I went and took a nap on the beach.
Nice.
It was kind of nice.
On the beach, on the sand. You slept on the
No.
sand.
Oh, what kind of heathen do you think I am?
What kind of
They have
poor
a
do you
bunch
think
of
you
chairs
are?
You
and
went
shit
to
out
the
there.
beach in the first place. That's the kind of heathen I think you are. You went. It starts and stops right there. I went to the beach. I'm out.
No, they have chairs and umbrellas and shit that just live out there. And just go out there and
You get drinks and
watch
shit
yourself there.
brought to you.
And are those chairs on the sand?
Yeah,
And how do you get to the chair?
you walk through the sand, bro.
Float.
Yep.
You float.
Nope.
You
Mm-mm.
float.
No,
Nope.
you know what?
Yeah.
I was
I'm gonna get
this
a piggyback
close.
ride from a
I
cabana
was this
boy.
close to taking a picture of my sandy ass feet and sending them to you.
I just hope I wasn't eating. Ugh. You would have got that emoji,
Like,
freaking that
Look
vomit
at
emoji
these
right
sandy
away.
hobbits I got.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad to know that if I ever get tired of Lou's ass, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to the beach. And he'll be like, I'm out.
All right, cool. All right, cool. It's like all you had to say was I wanted some time to myself. You didn't have to just go to the beach.
Fuck, you-
That's my safe word is the beach.
Right. Say, hey Lou, I think I want to go to the beach. Cool, I'll catch up with you in a couple hours. I'll know what that means. We could be freaking middle of the country. No water around, no beach around. Hey Lou, I'm gonna go to the beach. Gotcha, buddy. See you in 3 hours.
kill his mom, and he's like coming John Wick after you. You just go stand on the beach.
Yep. Come and get
What you
me.
gonna do
Come and get
about
me,
it,
Lou.
What you doing now? It's like you'll die of old age over there too. That's fine.
Yeah,
Honestly, right
because
here
we're on the
pavement.
because we're
You
on
can
the
never leave the beach.
because we're on the beach that makes you old.
You're
I
there
saw
long
that
enough.
movie.
You're
No, I
there
saw
long
that
enough,
movie.
it'll kill you. I'll have Uber Eats delivered to my ass and just wait. You ain't getting off that beach.
Every time I order Uber Eats, the driver just gets killed by Lou as he walks by. What are you doing? Fuck your food.
Hell no, not fuck your food. I'm about to eat your food. Thank you for my dinner.
Then I'm out there catching seafood. I'm not even going to eat it, Lou.
All right. I got this crab. Look at it.
I'm gonna throw it back
I'm putting it back in the water. Be free.
with sand on
Great.
it.
Wow, chugging the grapes over.
So they move. They move a lot of the food off of the ship, so you kind of have to go if you want the good food.
I'll deal with not good food.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Well, you don't have to go to the beach to get the good food.
You
like,
don't. You don't.
You can stay on the boardwalk.
It is
they have
paved.
a boardwalk. Yeah.
Yeah. It is
All that
paid.
food included too?
Yes.
Well, because you're on the Disney island, so everything on the Disney island.
Oh,
included.
it's like an extension of the ship at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's
yeah,
where
you
all the
remember I text
Disney.
you,
It's
I'm
where
like, oh, that's cool. The Wi-Fi still works out here.
Yeah, that. Okay.
the
All right.
yeah,
Well,
the
as
whole,
long as there's places where I'm gonna touch the sand, it's fine.
No.
We can do
I mean,
that.
you can
do
like
that.
rent bikes and golf carts
Yeah.
and shit like that and go around. Oh,
So
three
you
of
can
us on a
just
golf
walk
cart would be
around
dope.
and check out chicks
Yeah.
in their bikinis.
I'd say walking around part is fine. Chicks in their bikinis is definitely fine. Chicks out of the bikinis is finer.
But that happens
You're-
in Waterloo.
You're on the Disney island. Lou. They ain't gonna. There ain't no nude
You know
beach
what?
on the Disney island.
As much as I might like me some boobies, but I don't like them that much. They can stay in the water. They can be without me. I'll get a
Lou
zoom.
out there
I'll
with
get
a pair of
binoculars.
binoculars. This is
Yep, I'll
close
get
as I
some
get.
binoculars. For real, looking down every 5 seconds, making sure the sand ain't coming up on me. Shit. Matter of fact, I won't even wear them like this. I'm gonna wear them like this, so I have one eye out, so I can still look down.
Then just
Lou
get
out
a
there
telescope.
with Lou out there with the yeah.
It'd be appropriate. My own pirate shit going on. Sit
Click,
there.
click, 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 click. Up, Lou stopped.
It's gonna be this.
Can't
So
wait.
you got a nice nap.
Yeah. And then we
Nice.
had breakfast or lunch, I guess. The crazy shit about that island though is the seagulls know when it's dinner time, and they all just come and they will straight up land on your table. And they were like,
Damn.
"What are you gonna do about it, bitch? I'm gonna eat your hamburger."
Mine,
Yeah.
mine.
Man, choke
They
that
got
bitch
some
out.
fault, right?
So,
But
I
like
mean-
people are scared of them because when they come and land, they'd like flap their wings real quick to like stop, and bitches are like, "Ah, they're trying to kill me!"
The birds.
Right?
I'm telling you, break one of their necks, and the rest of it, and leave it on your table. Leave that dead bird on your table. The other ones will learn. Capital punishment.
But I ain't eating no food with no dead bird on the
Why
table.
not? It ain't doing nothing to you.
They're big tables. You can put it on one side of the table. We're all right.
Yeah, just put it over there. That way they all know. That's like
Except
when
for
you got.
the only catch would be the seagull lands and got sandy feet, and Lou's like,
Oh shit!
"Oh, man,
Whoa,
oh,
man,
man."
man. I'll start to sweat. You need to stop that shit.
He's like, it's in between David Blaine doing a magic trick, and he's like, "Oh my god, get away!"
Yeah, we can't. No, yeah, I'm gonna go back on. As soon as that shit happen, I'm back on the boat. I will eat the disgusting food that's left on the boat. Forget all the good stuff. Like, what are you eating? Some Takis. I got
some leftover
Takis.
cold pizza or some shit.
Yeah, sub sandwich.
The celery soup.
Celery soup. And a sub sandwich that's got the saran wrap wrapped. That's how you know the quality of the sub sandwich. It's got saran wrap and a fucking barcode sticker holding that saran wrap closed.
And it expired.
Quality-
It expired the day you got on the boat.
Man, no, I ain't no.
He is sweating.
Yeah.
So we left, we ate, we left, go shower, get changed up, wash all that sand off, coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
Do that first. You walking with a bottle every step.
They do have showers next to the restroom, so you can wash it all off.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Still
Like
good.
I got my feet, so my feet weren't all sandy.
If you're washing it off, that means it got on you. That's
Exactly. Yeah. But then it started to storm. Like we went out onto our veranda and we were looking, and you just see the clouds coming in, and
That
it
would be
just
cool.
came down. It was cray.
Do they make you like stay indoors when that happens, or are you allowed to go outside even though
No.
it's raining and all that?
No, you could. It's slippery as fuck. They warn you.
Yeah, I mean just like hang on to the rail just to be out in it and watch it. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, well, our veranda was covered, so yeah, no, we just stay out there and chill. We watched everybody come off the island getting soaked. Like, you gonna drown, honky?
Mm-hmm.
Just stand there in
Pores.
line,
Pores.
Damn
right?
the pores.
Right. So then I think that was after that was advanced Star Wars trivia.
What about questions there? What stumped you?
Oh, this is the one where like the next highest group got 5 wrong. You guys only got 3 wrong, right?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
2
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
All right,
So
tell me your 5 you got wrong. Come on.
No. He
I
only got
like
2 wrong. He
two.
only
Oh,
got 2
all
wrong.
right.
yeah,
But the next closest team,
Ah, okay.
they were all butthurt because
Yeah.
they got their because in trivia, obviously, each question, the value, you got 5 points. So if they got 3 wrong, they lost by 15 points. That's pretty damn. That's a hell of a beatdown.
Yeah.
So
some of them weren't actually that hard. One that stumped us for a little bit was what planet was introduced in The Mandalorian where Ahsoka fought Lady Elsbeth.
Corvus.
Yep. So that took a minute.
that was the one with Michael Biehn on it, right? Where it was the temple and it started out.
Yeah, where he was like a security guard or something.
Yeah. So that one took a little bit to think of the word. But the one that I got wrong for sure was you'll never get better, or who said you'll never get better sleep than being curled up in a Wookiee's lap.
I couldn't remember his name, but I knew when Jack told me that, I was like,
was it
Woody
somebody
Harrelson.
from The Young Jedi?
Nah, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson?
No,
it
was
from Solo.
Rio Durant. It was
I could not remember his name.
It was not Filoni, the other guy, Favreau. It was Favreau's character in Solo.
Yeah.
And then the other one, I didn't like how it was written because there's a lot of answers that it could be. What advice did Han give Finn when they went to Maz's castle? I put, women always find out the truth, because that is one of the things he said to him. But that wasn't the answer they were looking for. It was don't stare. But I'm like, that was the first thing when you meet Maz, though. That wasn't like going into the castle.
When they're on their way into the castle.
Right. But also, that's also advice.
Yeah, but it wasn't advice going to the castle. That was advice elsewhere on the women always find out. Literally, right before they walked in the bar, he said that to him. Like,
but in the bar,
it was like, it's like, by the way, or something like that. But don't stare.
Yeah.
But then Moff Tarkin's first name, that was on there again. That was on there last year.
Oh yeah, that was Wilhelm or
Will Huff.
Will Huff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. How did Kylo find his way to Exegol? What did he use?
Oh, the Sith holocron?
The Wayfinder. Yeah,
the Wayfinder.
Yeah.
Wait, when Exegol? Wayfinder. I don't. What are you guys talking about?
It's the one that's in Star Tours with all the lightning and stuff.
Yeah, you have to. Okay. Yeah, that one.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That one weird one where you're like underwater and like going through like a burned out Death Star.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Another one that's
never not be funny.
Another one that stumped a lot of haters because everybody's like, I don't watch the sequels. Rah, 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 rah.
Oh, yeah.
Was who did Luke say no one's ever really gone to? Exactly. But I don't watch the sequels.
When they had their last meeting, when he gave her the dice, right?
Yep. Yep. So like the haters, bro. Fuck them.
I'm not saying the sequels are my favorite, but I'm saying if we went on a Disney cruise, I'd make sure to watch all 8 of them before.
Right.
The last one, you guys. The last one's on you guys. They'd be like, "How many ships were in the?"
At least count the other 2, buddy. Go 10.
Oh, I can go 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
but they did ask what ship Kylo flew in Last Jedi. Was it Last Jedi? No, it had to be Skywalker. I think that's
the one where he was chasing Rey in.
Yeah.
The tie. It was like a tie variation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever actually say the name?
It's on the toy box, at least.
It's on the toy.
No. But I'm saying in the movie, they okay.
No.
Oh yeah, for sure. No.
Yeah, no.
But he flew that. He flew that in the second one too, when he blew out the window before Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Right. He had the same ship up until she cut it open.
Yeah.
I love The Last Jedi, but I can call it out. I'm okay with that.
My God. that's good.
So it's after all the trivias, you hold up your paper. They're like, who got 1? Who got 2? And as your number gets called, you put it down, right? Because you don't have it anymore. Everybody put their papers down at 15. I'm still holding mine up at like 16.
What was 15?
17?
Wait, what was 15?
The number of questions you got right.
No. Number of questions you got right. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought number. Okay.
Yeah, so he's like 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm like, that's where I stopped. But everybody else was down at like 15, so.
Nice job, sir.
And then
Did you need the other guy's help for that one?
No.
Did he need your help?
Probably. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Because he was not a sequel hater, but he wasn't as well versed in them. Which, I mean, it's fair. They're newer. It's cool to hate them right now.
Newer. The first one came out 10 years ago.
Still hating.
But again, people hated the prequels for a decade.
Exactly.
Too.
The prequels are now just getting their love. So
it took 20, 25 years for them to get their flowers.
Exactly.
Well,
So,
for 1 and 2
dude,
anyway. 3 was
This dude
fine.
walks in. He's wearing a tank top. And he's got this whole freaking Star Wars sleeve. I'm like, oh, there's my competition. No, he was up 15. And then I saw him up on the deck later, getting drinks at the bar. Like, sorry,
drinking
sucker.
his drinking
As
his
I walked by
sorrows.
with I had both my medals on because they only give
And
you
you're
like 4 medals per team. So I gave the other dude 2. I kept 2. So I'm walking up there with my 2 medals on, just strutting.
Wait, was it just you two as a team?
It was me, the wife, and the oldest were all there, but
So why didn't you get the 3 and he get 1?
because he
they
gives the
didn't
other one to
care.
his wife. Yeah, they didn't care.
And they didn't care.
Wait, he had
They
his
were
wife
just-
too?
She wasn't there, but I'm like,
Oh,
whatever, dude.
all right.
Yeah.
The wife and the kid didn't care about the.
Yeah, they don't care.
Well, I'm just thinking if you like 2 to 2, if it's 4 people on a team, then all 4 get a medal.
Yeah.
But he
But-
would basically he
but
gives
how
up
much-
one of his medals to
but-
give to him to give to
But
his,
how much should wifey and oldest really contribute though? They were
Like,
just there.
0. Yeah.
all you have to do is be there. That counts.
If the answer wasn't Lothcat, they didn't know.
There was a lot of high school physics things that I did where other people got medals off of my work. Still bitter.
Still better. Fuck those guys.
But he doesn't. The important part, people, is Lou does not carry a grudge.
At all. Fucking fuck you, 95 Houston Rockets beating the Lakers in the playoffs. Whatever.
And then that night's show was Aladdin. Aladdin
that one was
live
Aladdin.
is so much fun because the genie gets to just go fucking crazy, right? So obviously it's edited for like time and all that shit, right? So it's not like the whole Aladdin story. But so like they cut out a boo. It's very sad. I don't know how you do Aladdin without a boo.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to do a boo though, unless you just
It
had him
would
as
be.
like a static animatronic at like the front of the stage or something.
Well,
Yeah.
they did it with the whole Lion King. They just hold up a cardboard thing or whatever, and that
Yeah.
would have
I mean, they had Iago. Iago's in there. He's like a
been.
puppet and
See,
shit.
if
with
they
some-
can do that, then they can do a boo.
So the genie comes out. They get to that part, and so he's like, "Oh, you don't know my name yet, because we haven't done my theme song." So everybody's like, "Hell's yeah, here it goes." Never had a friend like me. He goes, "Da da da dun 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 dun." Louis, da 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 dun dun dun. Flying carpet, da 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 dun dun
Oh,
dun.
that's so
Aladdin.
good. Oh my god. Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
I was dying. And then the other part where he asks, where Aladdin asks him what his wish would be, he's like, "Well, nobody's ever asked me that. I just have so many dreams. It would just be so full of magic, and I would treasure it so much." Just go. He went through and named all the Disney ships.
Mm-mm-mm.
That was hilarious.
I say
I
that one
love it.
sounds cool. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And the effects in it were good too. Like when Jafar turns into a snake and stuff. It's all done really well for a
Being on a
Broadway
cruise,
show
yeah.
on a cruise ship, right?
On a boat. Yeah.
Lou would just
And-
be like, "Where's Black Ario? Where's Black? Get her out here!"
She's on
Yeah.
stage playing someone else. She might have been fucking Jasmine that night. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Lou doesn't understand Broadway companies where they just
No.
have to cast who they
Yep.
Whoever
have.
they have is what the
Yeah.
Looking at you, Hamilton.
Right. And then dinner that night was actually Aladdin was the next night. There on that night,
Disney
beach night.
Island night.
yeah, so it was Pirates of the Caribbean. So there was like a pirate party that would have been on deck if it didn't rain. And fireworks. But that night we watched Elio, which I actually enjoyed. It was super enjoyable. Disney's marketing team failed that movie.
100%. 100%.
But it was super enjoyable. I liked it a lot.
Did you even see any Elio stuff in the parks when you guys were there?
Yeah, they got like plushies and stuff. I know they released a couple of pins. But yeah, no, their marketing team failed that movie. Huge.
Well, it's only projected to lose $250 million so far.
Yeah, they should have tried to market it a little better. I think Disney forgot they had a movie coming out.
Well, it probably wouldn't have done well anyway. Disney's failed so many parents that they just don't trust them anymore.
This one has a Mexican kid in it.
He's not Mexican.
Yes, he is.
No, he's Korean.
He's Mexican.
You sure he's Mexican?
He is.
Motherfucker,
Have you
saw
seen
the
Elio?
movie.
All the videos I'm watching say the kid's Korean.
He is not Korean.
Maybe that's part of the problem. They wonder.
You're right. The marketing did fail. You don't even know what race the kid is.
Exactly. And then they make a Mexican because that's not a hot topic right now.
Their last name is Solis.
Okay. Spell
Mexican. Mexican. Solis.
No, that could be like South American, like Brazil or something.
But it's not Korean.
He could be half Korean. He could be half Korean. We don't know. Did they show mom and dad in the movie?
Yes, there's a picture of them because they're dead because it's the Disney movie.
Figures. So one of them could have been Korean. His name could have been like something Kim Solis.
But it was pretty good. The little alien dude was cool. It was funny. I enjoyed it. And Zoe Saldana was the aunt, so she's like Mexican too. So
I'd watch it when it's free on Disney. Like I don't have the hate for that one, like Little Mermaid and Snow White.
Yeah,
it's also an animated movie, Lou. It's not a real life.
Don't matter.
I'm saying
I can still hate it.
Yeah, that's fair. And as you do most things, so it's fine.
Yeah, come on now. Have you not met me?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
The hate is real. I mean, it's Disney. Not like we're talking about Ironheart or anything. That's next
right.
week.
So then, whatever. Everything's jumbled now. Anyways, we had dinner. Our last night was at the Marvel restaurant.
So you got to help Ant-Man and Wasp again?
Yep. Yeah, that's cool. They have like these quantum generators on everybody's table. It has 4 buttons on it. You push it at a certain time during the show. There's a show on the screen. And then you like shrink the ship down and there's like a huge seagull next to the ship.
While you're having dinner?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I might be a little distracted. The food's good, but that's still kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not playing the whole time.
Yeah. You get time to eat.
In between, they like show the Avenger files. So they're like showing clips from like Black Panther and Ant-Man and all this other shit. And then at the end, there is like an actual movie. Like Falcon comes onto the ship because Ultron's trying to take over the ship because the quantum generator's there. And then Miss Marvel shows up and Captain Marvel. Who else? It might just be those 3. And then Spider-Man's on his way. He finally gets there at the end and comes around and says hi to everyone at their table. So that's kind of cool.
Wow, they got the rights for that.
Yeah. MCU, Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. But okay.
So, and it's funny because there's clips going around of this little movie that they show on the ship, but it's like dark and blurry. And they're like, "Oh, here's footage from Doomsday that they just started filming." I'm like, "No, that's from the cruise ship dinner."
It's like that's not quite what that is, but thanks for being dumbasses.
It's the genie was the one putting it on. Guys, this is Doomsday.
Yeah, and then the next morning was breakfast. We had to go back to Marvel for breakfast before they kick you off the ship.
Had to?
If you want breakfast, yeah.
That's the only option for breakfast?
Yeah, you go to whatever restaurant you had dinner at the night before.
Well, that's a standard thing, okay.
Yeah. Just so everybody's not crowded into one restaurant.
So did you do the buffet at all?
Yeah, we did it a couple times. So we did it that first time on the first day.
Oh, well, you couldn't get into the sandwich restaurant.
I think I went up there with the oldest once or twice. But mostly we ate at the food court because there's like 5 or 6 different stations. There's a burger and hot dog station, a taco station, a barbecue station, an ice cream station. I ate at that one the most. A pizza one. Yeah, so one night they showed Empire Strikes Back up on the funnel,
that's right.
on the deck.
Nice. That'd be dope.
I remember you watched that one. Yeah, that was the same night that I showed old girl Seagulls for the first time.
Yeah.
What she loved.
Only people with taste would love it.
I mean, let's be real. If she didn't, I mean, I don't know if she'd be
Right.
back. So, it's like,
There's
hey,
the door. Leave your key.
wasn't she supposed to come to San Diego? I'm like, yeah, there was a problem.
Supposed to. She didn't laugh when that log had a child.
She did not, and that's why she's not here. But it was so funny. She found that funny, and as soon as that came up, I showed her your text because the last text that I got from you was that quote. So she started laughing even more when I showed her that.
So I didn't watch all of it just because we had to get up early the next day for whatever.
You know how it ends. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen it once or twice. I've seen it a couple times. I was just laying there with my 2 medals, just chilling.
I would have walked around with 3 medals the whole time.
Right. The only problem is the first and last one were both Pluto. And I'm like,
oh, they're not Star Wars medals?
No. So
they're just generic ones, right? We talked about that for the last cruise.
Yeah, they're just cruise ship medals.
You had a bunch of duplicates that you had to like swap with people or whatever to get.
So I'm trying to just get the whole set. And my oldest like, so once you have the whole set, are you still doing trivia? I'm like, yeah.
Like,
I need doubles to trade.
Crush people's dreams.
Yeah, the point. Had you not watched Conan the Barbarian?
Right.
There are rules.
She did go watch Thunderbolts for a second time. We were just going to watch it for a little bit. I only watched it for a little bit because there was another trivia I wanted to go to. It was Disney Tunes trivia, and I fucking bombed it. I should have just watched Thunderbolts. But yeah, no, she watched the whole thing.
Disney what? Which Disney?
Tunes.
Yeah. And you had
that was the music one, right?
And the movie. Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt bad.
What, did anybody get all 20?
No, but there was another Disney Tunes that we did later. And somebody did get 20 out of 20. They were both high school music teachers that go to Disney all the time.
Well,
I was like, fuck you guys.
Right. That's just
the difference between A flat and A minor.
So does Drake. Ah, ah.
Yeah, at least I get the joke. Last time I didn't get the joke. Now I get it. Y'all talking about that Negro on Negro music crime. I get you. I'm there.
I just love the fact that I'm able to talk in a podcast that nobody listens to about Drake.
That's what I'm wearing too. Bam, got my Kendrick Tour shirt on.
There we go.
Mustard.
Yep.
Whatever that. I don't know what that means, but whatever.
It's the DJ's name.
Oh, really?
And his real name is Dijon, so growing up they called him Mustard.
Fucking grapefruit pond over here.
There's one weekend, one of the podcasts. There will be a podcast that we send Lou a bunch of rap music and then we have to explain it to him. It'll be the weirdest podcast ever.
I was like, I don't get this one. It's like, yeah.
We're sitting here white-splaining rap music to Lou.
That would be a fun podcast, actually. It's like, oh, wait, guys, this one was really good. When did that one come out? 87.
And it's Kenny Rogers.
We're like, oh my God, he didn't know where to hold him or fold him. It was wild. It was poker rap.
Wrong playlist. Shit.
Oh man.
And then you hopped off the boat and came back, or were you there for a night?
Stopped at no, we had to go back to the Polynesian for you know how timeshares be, right? Like, hey, come and see and remember update, blah blah blah.
Wait, I thought, aren't you top tier?
No, that was Disney.
Oh, okay.
So we went to go check out the new tower they have at Polynesian. Beautiful, by the way. I would totally stay there. But with 2 mortgages right now, we couldn't swing it, right?
That's fair.
But we only went because when we were at Epcot, we went to the DVC lounge, and they had this cool little like messenger bag, like the Hello Kitty one she got in that other place that we were at. So she's like, oh, cool, a DVC one. So they're like, well, yeah, come and do a member update. So we went and listened to them talk and price everything. The cool part about Disney, though, is she's like, nah, I'm good. They're like, okay, cool. I'll walk you out. Here's your free gift. Instead of, oh, let me get my manager. Oh, but we can do this. But we can do this. What if I throw in this as another gift? You just tell them no, and they're like, okay, cool, thanks.
Man, I tell you what, I'm not looking forward to that in 3 weeks. For parking, like, hey, we'll give you free parking if you. I'm like, well, first of all, I ain't got time. That's the best. It's like, okay, well, when are you free between now? And it's like, I'm not. I will
Says
be
the
gone.
guy that technically doesn't have a full weekend ticket to go.
Dude, right?
I still don't have time.
They don't know that.
Look, I just won't
sir,
be
I
here.
see here you're not even going to preview night.
You keep thinking that, sir. You keep thinking that. My name, Danielle is a boy's name. I'm just saying.
Stop hating.
I mean, Minnesota Vikings fans know.
Yeah. Right? Danielle, got it.
Mm-hmm.
So then yeah, we went to there's a place out there called Cheddar's. It's really good food.
We have those out here.
Yeah.
The cafe.
Mm-hmm. So we stopped there, ate, went to the airport, chilling. That wasn't delayed. I watched Ironheart on the way home. I was hoping it would last longer. It's like a 4-ish hour flight.
Oh yeah.
No. Yeah, you were
under
done
an
in like,
hour.
Yeah, you were done. You were done in like 2.5 hours, and you're like,
like 43 minutes, 47 minutes, 40 minutes.
I really hate that they're. I mean, we're not talking about Ironheart, but Disney's made it a really bad habit of building in the ad times to the shows, even though you don't have ads, right? Like they're making the show so they can put ads into it. That's why it's 43 minutes. Yep.
I don't see it that way. I see they're just right. Whatever the reason why their times are inconsistent. Maybe. If that was the truth, I would expect every hour-long show to be 43 minutes or whatever it is.
Well, there's a variable in there, but I mean, I think that a lot of them are set up to add ads because they're putting Peacemaker on fucking TNT. I saw an ad and I'm like,
that's fine, but
Peacemaker's the same thing. It's like 43 minutes, 40. It's between 40 and 43 minutes. Like, so.
Like, yeah, but like Moon Knight, for example, you got a 47-minute episode and then a 33-minute episode. That, to me, that doesn't add up to that. That I can't conclude that because
that's what always bugged me about Mandalorian too. Like, it's standard freaking whatever jerks.
At the same time, just give me the story. If it takes an hour, it takes an hour. If it takes 40 minutes, just whatever it takes to get to the story.
I don't think there's been very many hour-long episodes of any of their series, though. Like,
no, not anymore. Early on, I think there was like maybe WandaVision, some 50-something minute, like close to it. But you're right. I think they've been hovering in the low 40s, mid 40s for a while. That just could be a production thing, like cost wise, budget wise. I don't know. I don't know, whatever they're doing. I just want it, whatever it takes to tell the story properly. I don't care if it's a 31-minute episode, fine. If it's a 51-minute episode, fine. Just don't leave me like wanting one way or the other.
But yeah, no.
How
the hell did that story take an hour and a half?
That's what I was looking at. I was like, how the hell we had an hour and 35
you know how many times we've done let's talk about this adventure that so-and-so went on, and then you're like, you talk about it, and you look, it's been 18 minutes. Wait, hang on. So
we're not going to leave out some details. Trailers.
Yeah. Well, what we should do is we should cut it here, and then we'll jump into the next one, and then we'll be a week ahead.
All right.
We'll just record the trailers one right now, and then
that's not a bad idea because I'm gonna be at Denver Comic-Con next week.
I mean, I'm good for rolling I'm good for rolling into doing the trailers for next week if we want, or for doing next week's pod tonight, and then we're good for the next 2 weeks.
Either way, whatever. I don't have, like I told you, I don't have to work.
But
okay, I'm down.
We'll talk about it after. So, but with that being said, Jack, I'm glad you had a good time.
Always, because that's how we roll.
And next year we're all going to be on it together. We'll have the internet package. One of us will have the internet package, so it'll be a stuttery 3-shot of us. But anything else, Lou? How was your week, real quick?
Not bad. Quiet, fast, busy. All of it. It's like everything you could think of. It all happened. It was like, this part of the week was slow. This part of the week was fast. This part was busy. This part I got shit done. It was just. But nothing crazy though. So it was like a lot of it is just, I am getting my stuff together, getting organized for Denver Comic-Con.
Are you real quick? Are you driving in every day to Denver? Or are you staying in Denver?
Yeah, it's only a 20-minute drive for me.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
25 max, maybe.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So
So-
yeah,
oh,
I'll just
you
drive in, park at the convention center. I'll get there early enough to get parking, and then I'll head over and walk over to a place called Sam 3 for breakfast every morning, and then for lunch I'll hit some place downtown. There's a ramen place that I like. I'll hit there at least once. A second one similar is ramen and other things. I'll hit that one at least once because it's 4 days. It's Thursday through Sunday.
Nice.
And then we'll go from there. Get some autographs for me. Get some done for Jack. Yeah. So that'll be next week. That'll be next week's conversation if it happens, or the week after. I'll fill you guys in on how Denver Comic.
And Roosevelt's hasn't been doing an overarching theme for their shirts this year.
No.
Oh yeah, the way it's not floral like it was last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, with the con in 4 days, haven't heard any reports.
It'll
on what
be in a
Roosevelt
day or
is
two.
doing.
It'll be.
Yeah.
Probably, I would expect it probably even to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's usually the Monday or Tuesday before, right, Jack?
Yeah, they usually give
And
you a
I've
couple
got
days.
at least 2 other people going with Friday and Saturday. We'll see how Sunday goes. But so if we need extra stuff, I got extra people that can grab.
Cool.
Hey,
And
yeah.
you got your Hilton parking, Jack?
Yep.
Nice. For San Diego?
For SB. Yeah, you know what I heard? Like when it went up to the general public, when it went up on Monday, there was still convention parking available. I was
That's
like,
so weird.
so they must have held back some for like
Yeah.
the first 100 people or something.
Something. Yeah.
Don't like it, but it's cool.
Yep.
All right, kids.
All right. Cool.
Lou, have fun
Catch you
at
next week.
Denver Comic Con.
Maybe it'll just
Thank
be
you, Matt.
trailers.
It'll
Maybe
be
it'll be
fun.
Lou.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.